Namaste, everyone, and welcome to the Friday part 2 of Anchor Your Life Meditation. So tonight we're doing prosperity healing. And before we start, let's ask for a blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, especially the angels of prosperity. Personally, to my beloved teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagu Jumailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for healing. Thank you for divine protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. Right, so I hope that you participated or watched even the replay of this morning's emotional healing. And a big part of that was releasing envy and jealousy, which is also connected to tonight's healing. Because when you think about it, a person's mindset of being envious of someone, being successful, somebody having a car that's better than yours, whatever, just subconsciously an energy or how do you call it? A mindset of lack, of scarcity, if I say that right. Well, you get a Chinese accent, so whatever. Scarcity. All right? So what happens is when a person feels like, oh, there's not enough of something, then if somebody has it before them, they go crazy. Right? So we always think of, oh, that person has more love, that person has more money, that person has more of this and that. So subconsciously, we're thinking, okay, they have it, so now that they have it, how am I going to have it? So that's scarcity, okay? Now, when you do business, people can feel it when you're desperate, right? If you know, there's a saying in business negotiation, he who cares the least wins, at least the perception of it. So if you're like, okay, if I don't get this deal, I'm going to feed my family. So the other person will say, I can string this guy along. Make sense? But if you're pretty confident, you go, okay, if I don't get it for you, hey, you're not the only one having this product. There's 1,000 people who have it. The other person will think, okay, let's better negotiate. Right? Very simple. So the whole idea tonight, we'll make it short. Yeah, I will say that it ended up being long. So it is what it is. Is this feeling or these thought forms of scarcity, just like the other ones we talked about before and healed, are basically thought forms that we created, either self-generated because of what we're thinking of, where our perception of the market, where our perception of what's going on around the world, or as people tell us stuff, they go, oh, the stock market is this, that, the amount of toilet paper is going down, they're not making enough, so what happens? You go crazy. So there's a fear of missing out, right? FOMO, as they call it. So a lot of these things are thought forms in the aura that makes us look desperate and, what can I say? Filled with poverty consciousness. Make sense? So these thought forms that we create are in our aura and our chakras, and it affects the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act and respond to the world. And this is the part that most of you have not thought of. Believe it or not, other people can sense it. If you have somebody who's good in business, they can sense fear in the competitor. They can sense, just like people, when you're playing cards, you can sense, unless you're a good poker face, right? They can sense, this person's desperate. Same thing. If you have a, perception of lack, perception of scarcity, your customers can feel it. If you're confident, I have the best product, this is my price. You don't like it, forget you. There's 1,000 more people who'll take it. They're going to go, I think they have good stuff. Do you think Apple cares? Do you think Apple computer cares? Like their price are higher than others? I always hear people complain, Apple, they're gouging people. Their computers are 3 times. I can get the same horsepower or computing power on a PC for 1/3 the price. What does Apple say? Go. Right? What happens? People buy it. iPhones are more expensive compared to Android. Do they care? No. You know why? It's as simple as this. When you know how good you are, when you know your own value, forget everybody else. Make sense? So this scarcity mentality is partially self-doubt. Now, don't be commenting, I don't believe in Apple. That's beside the point. If that's what you got stuck on, you better leave because you lost the whole point. I'm not trying to promote a company. I'm just using it as an example. right? So that's how you look at it. Just like I've seen instructors. Okay, I'll just use this as a reference. I've seen instructors when I was in a certain part of the world. I'm not going to name it because some of you would know. I'm there to teach one of the higher classes. In order to get to that higher class, there are prerequisites. So the instructors have to teach level 1, level 2, level 3 in order to get to the more advanced class that I'm teaching, right? And so two of the instructors were arguing and fighting, like literally, oh no, that's my student. He learned from me and he's going to this class, and they went on and on and on. The other person who's organizing, he says, yeah, you know why they're arguing? I go, no, why? They're fighting over 2 students. Like, oh no, he learned from me. No, he learned from you. This other guy, he taught over 100 students. He could care less. Like, you want to take him? Take him. But the other 2, they're like, no, he learned from me. No, he learned from me. I should get the credit. Because part of him is like, there's not enough. But if you're successful, you know your worth, people say, whatever, you knock yourself out. I could care less. It's people who are not confident in their abilities. Simultaneously, inside the chakra are thought forms of scarcity. Because if you know you're good, you know your craft, and you know your value, you say, okay, this person doesn't see my value. I don't want them as a customer anyway. They're going to keep arguing with me, trying to get discounts when in reality I always give more value than they'll get anywhere else. I don't need this headache. Go somewhere else. People who see your value, they're not going to complain. They're going to say, hey man, you're giving a lot for what you're doing. You should charge more. You go, this is my value, this is my price. You want to give me more? Great, but I stand by what I have. That confidence alone is a very attractive force. That attracts abundance. You know, you keep talking about law of attraction, right? I know, some of you go, I'm tired of you hearing that. Let me just get to it again. Law of attraction, law of vibration, law of this, law of that. All these laws that you're talking about has to do one thing and one thing alone. Energy. And this energy is what we're made of. And this energy is what we create and becomes the surface area of what we attract. So if a person complains a lot, worries about everything, that means that thought forms they create inside their aura, each of the thought forms of lack and scarcity has an aura. The sum total of that interpenetrates the person's energy field. So how in the world are they going to attract prosperity when all they have in the aura is worry and afraid that there's not enough for everyone? You tell me. It's just like screaming, yelling, and being angry, attracting happy people. What dimension do you live in? Never heard that one before. Make sense? Now, to be practical, I'm not saying that you should be, overconfident. Oh, I'm going to paint something. It's now worth $1 billion. They don't see my worth? Screw you, man. Okay, that's being dumb. That's just being delusional. Okay? A little common sense helps. I'm just saying, like, when you do stuff, when you do business, your job, your worth, you say, hey, this is what I know. This is how much I'm worth. And there's going to be people who see my value. And, of course, you got to know your stuff. Don't be like, I channel this, I channel that. I read one book and suddenly I'm a guru that, from India or from the Himalayas. I come down and suddenly, ding. Okay, come on, that's delusional now. Make sense? So the energy that we have within us, which a lot of it is based on what we create with our thoughts and emotions, is also the attractive force that attracts things to us. And when it comes to money, since it's prosperity healing, whether you're down in the dumps financially or you're doing very, very well, that's the external side. That's the material side. Prosperity consciousness has to do with what goes through your mind and your emotions. Let's start on the other end. Let's say financially, you're not there yet. If you notice my language, you're not there yet. The door's not closed. That alone makes a huge difference. Because I've talked to people, and I've shared this with some of you before. I have a certain relative. I'm not going to say what type of relative, because some of you might know, because some of you know the people, some of my relatives have come to class. And this person, I remember my body was maybe 25, okay? Well, quite a few years before. And we're just having dinner, and we're just chit-chatting. And at 25, when you're a young kid, you just say, hey, I want to conquer the world. I want to make $1 billion, and I want to have a Ferrari, and this, crazy stuff we young kids do. So it's just, I mentioned the word million. I say, yeah, I have a few $1 million here and there. I just said it so casually. And this relative, I was shocked. She was like, well, I'm not even aspiring for that. Oh, no, it never happened. I'm looking at her, I'm going, $1 million is not a lot of money. I know some of you might think a lot. It's not a lot. I mean, even if you're just smart enough to handle your money over a period of time with compounding, a lot of people could easily make that in like 20 years. If you're talking about traditional saving, investing in the right place. But people who are go-getters, that's not a lot. And the problem is usually not getting it. The problem is keeping it, because people who are not doing so well and able to reach that goal, they become a little bit neurotic and overspend. And once they overspend, again, I've known people who are very, very prosperous. Yes, and they made a lot of money, but in the end, they're a slave to what they make, because the soul lost control. So they become a slave to what? To their cars, to their bank account, to the houses they own, to the jewelry. They don't realize, okay, these things that we generate financially, they're good. It's used as a way to kind of a benchmark of how much our consciousness is able to create and attract. But we don't become a slave to them. Because in the end, when your body dies, you can't take any of them with you anyway. So there has to be a balanced view. Anyway, let me go back to that relative. And I was shocked that, 25 years old, I'm looking at this relative of mine, which is easily 15 years older. Okay? And she's like, no, don't even aspire for that. That'll never happen. And you know what? She's right. To this day, she hasn't. Because she already told herself she won't. I know some of you thinking, oh, that's positive thinking crap. Look, it's as simple as this. The Lord Buddha said, everything stems from your mind. What you create in your mind, you create thought forms. These thought forms are in the high frequencies, in the mental world, mental dimension. As you get stronger and stronger, these things start to move down in frequency to the emotional world. So that's why you think about something, at some point you feel like you really want it. And at some point, you feel like you want something so bad, you start finding yourself moving your body in that direction. The example I always use, you like a particular car. It's just a fleeting thought. After a while, the more you think about it, you look at websites, right? And you think about it. Before you know it, you go, I would look good in that car. Oh, I would feel good compared to whatever it is you have. So it went from a thought, which vibrates up here, to start vibrating here in the emotional world, because no, you feel it. And before you know it, you go into the dealership and we call this test driving. Well, it was just a thought a few weeks ago, just an idea. And before you know it, what happens? Your basic chakra starts spinning. And you're like, okay, this is the payments, this is how much. Oh, if I just make one extra sale per month, I could pay for that nice car. Guess what you just did? What you did is what's called materialization. How to take something that's subtle and make it material. Just like taking water vapor and turning it to an ice cube. So this materialization process is not just about money, it's about everything in our lives. So think about it this way. That relative of mine, in her mind, she already said it that she'll never make $1 million. I mean, it doesn't have to be money, it could be anything. Once her mind was set, guess what? That thought also crystallized that she'll never make that much. So that thought starts moving down to the emotional world, to the physical world, and so she will never move in that direction because she already told herself not to. Get the idea? You don't need to read 1,000 positive thinking books. You just need to understand the manufacturing process. Once you understand the manufacturing process, you better start at the factory and start changing stuff on the blueprint. Right? So a lot of these poverty consciousness thoughts are basically the seeds why people have problems. Not the only one, but a substantial one. So what we try to do with prosperity healing is hopefully start at where you create stuff and make the corrections there. Make sense? Because if you don't make that correction there, we can make affirmations, as we always say, big fish eat small fish. So if the big fish in your aura are all the poverty consciousness thoughts you've created in the past, and you don't stop creating them, any affirmations you make now, but oh yeah, I'm prosperous, I attract this, attract that, will just be eaten up and poof, gone. So what we try to do in these prosperity healing sessions is, one, just make you realize, watch your thoughts, watch your words, watch your self-talk. I mean, this is shocking. I've had students where sometimes, when we're in class and we go to lunch or things like that, right? And we're having lunch, and after lunch, somebody pays or whatever, and you hear people joke around. Oh yeah, man, I'm so broke, or this and that, and I'm listening to these people go, I just wasted my entire morning with these people. At least that person. Oh, it's just a joke. Where did that joke start? With a thought. Okay. And I look at this person, no wonder you're having problems. He jokes about being broke. He jokes about, the government's after him. And why does he have to work so hard? He's going to pay in tax or whatever. I'm listening to this guy. I'm going, who needs a virus? You already have it. Poverty consciousness virus. You're infecting people. Shut up. But I can't say that. So as a teacher, I'm in class. I go, I just keep my mouth shut. I'm going, some people just have to learn it the hard way. Luckily, some of the other students would say, hey, remember, watch your thought forms. Clear? So it's not a magic pill. You come here, we, swish the crystal around you, and then boom, you're prosperous. I wish. That'd be great, wouldn't it? But even then, if that person keeps continuing to generating this poverty consciousness of not having enough for everything, they're always envious of people, this could be 10 times larger. I could be holding a bazooka at you and it won't help. Make sense? So, if you forget everything else we covered tonight, when it comes to your finances, watch your thoughts. Watch your internal dialogue. Now, I'll finish with this and we'll do the meditation because some of you are bored already. It's like this. It's a two-edged sword. Let me explain. Some of you might notice, before you start being serious about your meditation, you would say stuff to people and you don't get much of a reaction. Right? Then as you become more serious about your meditation and spiritual practice, sometimes you would say stuff like, who cares? Sorry, that's my favorite phrase. Okay. Who cares? Whatever. And you might notice people get upset, they get angry. Or you say something, you don't mean anything bad, but boom, there's an explosion, right? And then you go, what did I say? I've been saying that for the last 20 years. How come you suddenly start getting mad last, 2 months? And what's the answer they usually tell you? Well, it's not what you said. It's how you said it. Sounds familiar? Especially if you're a guy, you hear that all the time. Okay. It's not what you said, how you said it. You go, what did I say? I've been saying the same way. But it hurt me. You're going, what in the world? Right? A lot of you who are guys, what happens? You're like oblivious. You go, huh? All right. Listen and listen carefully. It's something like this. If you're in the room with me and I'm talking, hey, how you doing? At this volume, you hear it. Now, if I have a microphone and big speakers next to me in this same room, What I say is the same. Hey, how you doing? But what happens? The microphone, the speakers, and the amplifier go, hey, how you doing? Right? For me, the expression is like, what have you been doing even without the microphone? Now, I say it with a microphone. My output is the same from me, from my mouth, the air that's being vibrated by my vocal cords, but the speaker with amplifier and the microphone amplifies it. Right? Okay. If this doesn't convince you, you're hopeless. No, I'm joking. Okay. Listen carefully. When your chakras are a certain size, remember, your chakras spin in both directions. In one direction, it absorbs energy. In the other direction, it releases energy. Okay? That's why all your chakras go in both directions. I know. Some of you are saying, oh, I read it only goes one. Anyway, read Pranic Healing, study it so you know the big picture. Okay, listen carefully. Here's what happens. As you do more meditation and spiritual practice, as you clean your aura, you make your chakras bigger. Instead of your chakras being this size, let's say it doubles in size. Even though you're saying the same thing, even though you said it the same way, sounds familiar? Haven't you noticed? Even some of your friends, you don't mean anything bad. You just said something. They go, oh, you hurt my feelings. But what the heck? What you hurt feelings? I didn't say anything. Yeah, but you said it a little too forcefully. No. But it hit them hard. So, let's put the whole thing together. If you don't watch your thoughts, and you don't watch your words, that negative thought of not having enough money or no opportunities, whatever negative crap that you come up with, is now being amplified because you got bigger chakras. That means the thoughts and emotions you send out are bigger and stronger. Stronger and bigger attractive force to attract more negative crap towards you. So, you have several choices if you're a smart person. Number one, change your thoughts. Number two, or you stop doing your practice to doing your meditation. Which, if you do, higher probability you'll have more negative thoughts and negative emotions. So, I don't know how smart that is. But now, if you're smart, this is what you do. Number one, watch your thoughts, watch your emotions. Be positive. Think of things that are good. Look at possibilities. Do your meditation and spiritual practice and amplify it. That's it. Do you need to read 10,000 books and go to the Himalayas and learn it? No, it's common sense. But you see, the ingredient that most people don't know is energy. They don't realize everything in the universe is energy. The fabric of your being is energy. Our thoughts, our emotions are made of energy. And that energy can either be amplified, limited, can be transformed, can be used to attract, can be used to repel. And as the Buddha said, it starts where? In the way you think. Now let's take it one step further. Who's the thinker? I am. Who's I? I'm the mover of the body. I'm the creator of the feelings, creator of the thoughts. I am the soul, the spiritual self. So you see, the secret of all this positive thinking stuff, courses, classes, whatever you're doing, they're all good because they're pushing you to create positive thoughts and emotions, right? No doubt about it. But if you want to make it stick, make it permanent, you have to realize who is creating those thoughts first. Without it, it's temporary. It's just like the carpenter keep creating furniture, not aware that the carpenter is creating it. All the carpenter sees is, hey, that's ugly furniture, throw it away. Oh, this is good furniture, I keep it. How come sometimes I have nice furniture, sometimes I have ugly ones? How come some of them sell, sometimes they don't? They don't realize, oh, I'm creating the furniture. That's where the spiritual practice comes in. Which spiritual practice, in the times of silence and stillness, I get to realize, who am I? I move the body, I create these feelings, I create these thoughts. I start to have an awareness. In the past, I used to create negative thoughts, thoughts of poverty, thoughts of scarcity, thoughts of jealousy and envy towards somebody who's successful. Okay, I created those before. But you know what? I created them. I can stop creating them. That's a breakthrough. Okay, I'll stop creating that crap. Now, what do I want to happen? I want things to be more happy, more successful. Okay, so since I'm the creator of these thoughts and emotions, I created that in the past, I stopped doing it. Now I create what I want. Because I know and I realize I am creating this stuff. Make sense? That's where the spiritual component comes in. So if you do prosperity thinking, prosperity, whatever affirmations, all that, remember who's creating those affirmations. Because without it, not going to last. We'll fall back to our old stupid habits. All of them been there. I've been there many times. I have to kind of psychically slap myself back because nobody's here to do it for me. At that time when these things are happening, my teacher was traveling all over the world. Master, can you scan me? No. I have to fall on my face, hurt so much, and I go, okay, what happened here? Yeah, I realize now. 2 weeks ago, I was very negative. I kept thinking that things will go wrong, and sure enough, it did. Okay, stop that crap. No choice. I didn't have someone to remind me. Here, I'm nagging the heck out of you. You still don't do it. Well, can't help you there. Make sense? Always observe. What kind of thoughts am I creating? Of course, with the thoughts, a lot of times emotions come after that, or together. I'll leave you with one thought, and we'll do our meditation. Somebody gets a raise. Somebody has a new car. Somebody has we talked about this morning. Instances where, in the past, we've been very envious and jealous. Do one thing here, and see what happens. When you're observing, when that thing is happening, like the new car, whatever, and you start feeling envious, step back. As in, literally step back. Okay, what are my emotions doing in response to this news? What are the thoughts I'm creating in response to this? Just inquire. What kind of thoughts and emotions are going through? If I'm observing someone having this reaction and observing them, what would I look at that person and what would I conclude? This person creating a lot of envious thoughts and emotions. Hey, this guy's really envious, huh? Justified or not, but man, it's really obsessed. This guy's obsessed with this, and it's ruining his life because he can't think clearly. He's just reacting to everything because the jealousy and envy is eating him up. Wow. Guess what just happened? You just gave yourself psychotherapy. No, I'm kidding. By the way, Psyche, P-S-Y-C-H-E, in Greek is soul. Psychology is the study of the soul, not the emotions. You realize that? Yeah? Psychology is not the study of emotions and behavior. Psychology, in a sense, is the study of the soul and how it controls the emotions and the thoughts. You didn't know that, did you? I didn't know that either until I went to Greece, and I know some of you are from Greece. Thank you very much for the lessons in Greek. So essentially, by observing, you get to observe, I'm creating those poverty thoughts again. Stop it. I'm feeling this envy. Okay, stop it. Don't want to create that negative feeling. And go to the morning lesson and how to disintegrate. I'm not going to cover it down because we're going to do about prosperity healing right now. Okay? I hope that helps. I know some of you go, it's not positive. You feel like you're scolding me. Yeah. Because until you snap out of it, you keep circling the drain, as it's called. Right? I'll finish it with this. The way my teacher, Grandmaster Cho, did it, he says, we sow, like sowing, planting, not sowing like this. We plant with our thoughts. When he says thoughts, that means our thoughts, what we think. Okay? We sow with our thoughts, we harvest with our speech and our actions. So if what was sown is wrong, what we harvest with our words or what we manifest with our words and our actions will be wrong. So it goes along what the Buddha said. Everything starts with your mind. That's it. Simple. Shall we? I was hoping to make this short, but see, every time I say it's short, it gets longer. I don't know about these thought forms that I create. Yeesh. All right. So we'll do the Great Invocation. So this morning was Meditation Twin Hearts. The Great Invocation, the energy is flowing through us, and it has a lot of energy of will. You see, when you do Meditation Twin Hearts, probably 80-90% of the energy is loving energy, which is very important. That's why we, as you join us for both, that's very important because the heart is open, the crown is open with lots of love, human love, divine love, more divine energy comes down. With the Great Invocation, as we become the channel or the energy pipeline to bless the earth with it, then you have a balanced energy of love, intelligence, and will. And when it comes to handling money, love alone is not enough. You might be the most loving person in the world, but you still know how to make it. You have to be smart enough to use it properly, right? So all three aspects are important. I know some people say, oh, you need this love. Okay, go sing. All right. Shall we? Let's see. Tap your heart, tap your crown. Put your hand like this. Focus on your crown. I am that. I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion, not the thoughts, I'm the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that. The soul, the spiritual self. The creator of the thoughts, creator of the feelings, and creator of the movements of the body. I am that, the soul. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There is only oneness. We are one. Just be still. We are one. Now imagine all of us are inside a big bright sun. Just say we are one. Open your hands in blessing. We will chant Om 3 times together. Om. 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 Just imagine all of us are sending a bright, bright beam of light from the sun to the entire earth. And silently or verbally repeat after me the Great Invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. Bless every person, every being on earth with wisdom, with understanding, with discernment, with clarity. So be it. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. Bless everyone with peace, with love, and with kindness, with sweetness, with mercy and compassion for all. So be it. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. So bless every person, every being with goodwill and the will to do good. Not just talking about it or intending it, but taking action to be of service to others, doing good. So be it. So be it. From the center which we call the human race and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth now. So be it. Now just keep your tongue on your palate. Just be still. Let the blessings flow through. Again, from the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. Bless your friends, your loved ones, everyone with wisdom, with understanding, with clarity and discernment. So be it. From the center, from the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let divine love descend on earth. May it fill the hearts of every person, every being. Fill your family, your friends, people you work with. Flood them with love, with kindness, with sweetness, with mercy and compassion for all beings. So be it. So be it. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. Now, so be it. Bless everyone with goodwill. There are a lot of good people out there, but the goodness is locked up within them. Bless them with goodwill and the willingness to do good. See them taking action, manifesting that goodness within them by doing service to others, to the planet. And some of them, their calling is to help animals, the environment. Let they be beings of goodwill and the will to do good. So be it. From the center which is called the human race and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth now. So be it. So be it. Now be still and let the blessings flow through us as one. Now, just imagine a point of light just floating above your head, just like a brilliant star floating above your head. Put your entire attention there. Just allow yourself to be there. Just that beautiful point of light. That's all that exists. And listen. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May God's messenger of love return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. From the center which we call the human race, the angelic race, and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, let love, let power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, let love, Let power restore the divine plan on earth. So be it. Be still and listen. Om. Om. Maintain your stillness. Now lower your hands. Just be still. We'll intensify the energy. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. Be still. Be aware of the inner light that is you. And just simply let go and merge with that light now. Let go. Maintain your stillness. Maintain your state of awareness. Just be receptive. All we're going to do is run a waterfall of light through your chakras. And I want you to just form an intention that you're allowing any thought forms that you created in the past, or still lingering, of scarcity, of lack, of envy and jealousy. Just allow those to just come off you and be washed away by the waterfall of light. Remember, you created them, you can get rid of them. Just be the observer and listen. The divine energies entering your crown. All negative thoughts and energies in your crown chakras are disintegrated, extracted, expelled to near salt water or violet fire to you. The liquid divine energy is pouring down to your forehead and into your ajna and your back head chakras. Any thought forms of lack, any thought forms of scarcity are dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, expelled to the near salt water or violet fire to you. It's continuously working. The liquid divine energy is pouring down to your throat chakra. Any energies of worry about money, about abundance that's all around us, any types of worry or negative thoughts about these are dissolved, disintegrated, fully extracted, expelled to the near salt water now, or violet fire to you. The liquid divine energy is pouring down to the back of your heart, filling your back heart and front heart with waves of love, sweetness, and joy. So it is. The liquid divine energy is pouring down into your front and back solar plexus very deeply. Any energies of lack, scarcity, worry about money, about abundance, any type of envy or jealousy towards other people's successes are dissolved, disintegrated, fully expelled to the near salt water or violet fire to you. The liquid divine energy is pouring down to your sex center. It's pouring down your spine to your basic center. It's literally flooding your entire aura, energy channels, and all your chakras. Any negative thoughts, negative energies, any energies of worry about money, scarcity, any energies of lack, thought forms are dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, expelled to the near salt water to you. So be it. Just be receptive. Just let it flow. You might feel a movement of energy in your body. Just let it flow. Just let it flow out of your body into the near salt water or violet fire to you. Just be still. You say, I'm letting go. You say it, I'm letting go. I'm letting go of any envy, jealousy, any energies of scarcity and lack are now removed from my system completely. So be it. Just let it out. You say, I'm letting go. Completely letting go now. Just say, so it is. Now open your eyes, put your hand like this. Just think of all the negative thoughts, negative energies that you created that are now out of your aura. Just go like this. Say, cut, disconnect. Move your hand, come on. Cut, disconnect, cut, disconnect. Flick it to the salt water, which you're supposed to have, or violet fire that you visualize next to you. All right. We're not done yet. Just be receptive, okay? You don't have to do anything. This is the special sauce. Just be receptive. Your crown is filled with beautiful golden light. Your forehead, your ajna chakras are filled with golden light. Your back head chakras are filled with golden light. Your throat chakras are filled with golden light. Your back heart is filled with golden light. Your front and back solar plexus chakras are filled with golden light. Your navel, sex, and basic chakras are filled with golden light. Your entire body is filled with liquid golden light. Every part of your body is swimming in a beautiful ocean of golden light. So be it. May you be blessed with abundance and prosperity and the wisdom to use it properly. So be it. So be it. So it is. Just be receptive. Just be still. All right, raise your hands in blessing. Let's just release excess energies our bodies cannot absorb. So visualize the earth in front of you. Fill the earth with beautiful golden light. Also fill your family, your loved ones, all of them with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. May all be blessed. So be it. Now, this is an important part. Visualize the people that you have been envious of. Bless them with golden light. Bless them with more abundance, with joy, with happiness, and good health. so be it. Keep going. That's how you free yourself from that prison you created. May all of them be blessed with joy, with happiness, with abundance, and good health. So be it. I release you. Just say it. I release you. May you be blessed with more joy and happiness in your life. So be it. Cut. Alright, project golden light to the earth to ground you. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it, so be it, and so it is. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. To my beloved teacher, Master Chokok Sri Mahaguju Mailing, thank you. In full faith, so be it. All right. So much for a short session, but anyway, we did what we need to do, and I hope you got the context of what we're trying to get through, which is the universe is abundant. Just watch your thoughts, watch your emotions. You know, you're the magnet. What you attract is what's inside of you. Remember that. All right, so I'm wishing all of you a fantastic weekend. One quick announcement. I know some of you might have seen the post we had on Arhatic Yoga. That's only for people who have attended it. Okay, if you haven't attended Arhatic Yoga, no, it's a retreat. You should have taken Panicking level 1, level 2, level 3, and some other countries have additional requirements, and then you take Arhatic Yoga. This is a retreat. Online retreat. We usually have retreats of the year, but because of COVID and everything, now the mother organization, Institute for Inner Studies, have formed a retreat on my teacher's birthday, August 14, 15. That's 2 full days. So you should have taken Arhatic Yoga already. I know some people go, yeah, but I've done yoga 1,000 years already. I know. But anyway, I didn't make the rules. That's how it works. Okay. But if you've taken Arhatic Yoga already, the link is on our website. It's on Facebook and Instagram. I put it there. You can go back and look. I put the link there. All you got to do is go register, and then they'll take you to the website, and they'll require you to verify with your certificate and all that stuff. Okay? I know a lot of you go, I have no clue what you're talking about. Then don't worry about it. All right. I wear 2 hats. One, part of my responsibility is spreading my teacher's teachings within the Pranic Healing and Arhatic Yoga organization, and the other hat is doing my job to share the deep spiritual teachings in everyday language to people who have not yet been serious about their spiritual practice. So hopefully they will see the importance of being on the spiritual path. So that's kind of the world I teach in. All right. So in this case, since it's called a World Wide Web, it's worldwide. It's a combination of these two groups of people. So I want to make sure to serve you well. Okay. So namaste, everyone. You all take care. And again, the ones who are attending the Arhatic Yoga retreats, make sure you look at that link, click on it, and do your stuff. So all that is taken care of. It's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be myself and all my colleagues. There's 8 of us, 8 masters all over the world in pranic healing. And we're going to be facilitating. All right? So namaste. The rest of you, we will see you Monday morning. Have a fantastic weekend. I think that's it. God bless. Take good care. Bye.